really look at the emblems again, right?
Yep.
What did they take? Ken, Demon Slayer. Means that maybe he's not going to be that active on the map. He might just be actually opting to go for farm. This is where it gets really rocky, in my opinion, for the Ling, right? Because TNZ's gone from the Demon Slayer too. He's going to have a better time in the clear department, and that's where Ling can be really vulnerable to these invades that Incendio can set up for because they have a better wave clear in the mid lane.
Oh, here we go in the mid lane. TNZ is going to find a little bit of poke into his HP bar, and it's going to be Falcon taking the Lethal Wonder in the river.
I think that's a good fight for the side of Falcon, right? That's some stats that Ken desperately needs. Got to get to level 4 as quickly as possible. I think what Falcon have in their draft is a lot more flexibility, right? We've seen how the power of a Kaja can counter-engage. You don't need to force your Kaja to force that engage with that flicker. You can also play a Kaja passively. You catch the engagement from the side of Incendio, drag him back, and reverse that person down.
Well, here you can already see TNZ is going to be able to actually clear out a bit faster, rotating already around the gold lane. Whoa!
Oh, a little bit of damage onto Zipix, but the goal is pretty clear, and TNZ will take the small camp on the bottom side.
Yeah, no biggie for now. I think a lot of focus from the side of Incendio at the bottom side. Naomi is there trying to make sure that the peel. But another thing that we also have to talk about, Mirko, is Incendio does have some form of rush control because with the way the Rafaela works, right? I think it's the first skill that actually reviews the members inside the brush, even though there's no vision.
I like the fact that both teams are playing around their winning lane. Incendio rotating most of their resources over to the Brody lane. That is a bit more of a bully. But Alien...
Here we go on the top side. Alien jumping and finding a lot of damage. Yellow Flash. Yellow Flash will be petrified, taking down very low. And pop the split just to stay alive. But here comes H. Here comes the jungler. TNZ gets taken very low. As first blood goes to the team side of Falcon.
It is exactly what we're looking at, right? Ken even using the Tempest Blade to get out away. I love the play coming out from Falcon. They identify who to target down. That is the jungle down, but it's going to be Incendio. They need to try to reinforce
Divine
this.
Justice into the combo of Justin, and it's going to be another kill to Falcon. They take this fight, and they are making a move to the turtle.
Falcon already, again, not only are they winning in these skirmishes, but they're also controlling the neutral objective game. It looked really good for Incendio Supremacy with a lot of HP, but that's when Falcon actually utilizes that to isolate these members, splitting them apart and putting them in a false sense of security.
Yeah, looking at the items right here, ladies and gents, it's going to be the Brody Sunshine going straight for the BOD. Whereas if you notice, it's going to be, I believe, halfway through. I think there's some confusion for the side of Zepex whether I want to go for the BOD first. But I feel like he needs more, maybe even a Hunter Strike or even later Hephaestus as well to benefit from the render shots.
It's very, very tough now for Incendio Supremacy. 1,000 gold lead with the composition around the gold lane. I think the main problem for Incendio Supremacy is they were playing towards their weak side of the map. Alien, sure, he's been popping off. He's been making a lot of good plays, but against the glue, there's not really much kill pressure you can put on him. It's actually going to be Alien who wins out in that lane. That's why Falcon's been playing around the XP lane. Incendio should utilize the Brody lane, where he can actually bully the Beatrix and try to look for the trades that we saw in the keys to victory. Cross map.
Ken looking for a little bit of poke. Yellow Flash already finding his way into the fight. And Alien's looking to fight back to keep the jungler healthy. But it's 40 seconds until the turtle.
It's 40 seconds until the turtle. There's no reason why these two teams should fight there. Another benefit from the side of Alien is that, yeah, with the emblem currently, so that he could just regain and heal so that he could sustain that fight even longer against that glue. Another benefit about the Benedetta is that I can clear the wave quickly and then rotate even faster, and there's also that potential
bottom side. Here comes Divine Judgment, and the hook is real. Damage ready. It is Sunshine taking low. The rough wave finding the damage and funding the kill. And Justin will take the marksman down and finding a double kill to the side of Falcon.
I feel like Incendio may have made this mistake, giving Justin that comfort pick of a Kadita, especially when going for an Eve and Ube strat Mirko.
It comes down to timing now, right? Early on, Incendio played for the wrong side of the map. They were punished, and Falcon got that gold lead to start rolling. And they were able to actually utilize that to win in the gold lane too. And even here, Ken goes in.
Oh, Ken goes in, finding a lot of damage to Alien, but he's very, very mobile. Can he get away from the fast hand Ken? Ken is taking a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough to barely take him low, as Ken will take down Alien on the top side, and now making a move to the top tier 1 tower.
It's very hard now. Naomi's gonna be caught though.
Naomi is getting caught, and the decimation comes in as now Incendio looking to fight back. This is a single kill, make it double. TNZ is shredding the HP of the entire Falcon, and now Glue finding his entrance to the team fight, but not able to find much. Will have to retreat for now, taking a lot of damage. Now, do mind you, this guy's very, very tanky though. He's getting beaten up, but it seems like he's okay. It's gonna be okay enough. Not so fast as Incendio. One more comeback, and Incendio is fighting back.
It's not really fast. I love the fact that Incendio, it's like, you know what? I know I'm behind in gold. I lost 2 turtles, but I'm going to make this coin tosses. I want to try to fight, and then hopefully if Falcon makes a mistake, I will punish them.
I love the fact that they are not afraid to go for these skirmishes, even though they've been losing in these team fights and in the pickoff game. You can see that the 2,000 gold lead by Falcon now is only down to 1,000 gold lead. And in terms of this matchup and item builds, for the Ling, Ken actually has gotten a few of those good items in here, man. You can already see it with the Windtalker, and on the way to the Berserker's Fury, he's going to be able to hit that power spike a bit faster than Tienzi. And even when it comes down to the Beatrix Brody matchup, Brody not really getting much done in the gold lane. It's Beatrix who has more gold to play with, and if she scales up faster and is able to actually force Sunshine to fall off earlier on, it's going to be very bad for the Brody.
Gee, this is actually really interesting, right? Naomi, the top 1 in total MVPs, win and lose in total throughout M4 series, 8 MVP. I mean, Naomi will be feeling very good about himself.
No, he doesn't have to feel good about himself. We all feel good about Naomi. This guy has made a god of himself. Speaking of that, this is Falcon now starting the turtle. Oh, here comes the alien, makes his entrance to the team fight. Divine Judgment immediately issued on the alien, who is able to get away, but TNZ funded entrance to the back line. Buff wave being issued just to get himself away. Ken is looking for the damage on TNZ, who's getting away. The heal is absolutely insane. Yellow Flash onto the back line, onto Apex 47. He's a little bit too tanky for the damage off the glue, but now Falcon is retreating back to the turtle as they want objective over more skirmish.
Incendio, I think they have to be a bit careful. I definitely feel like Falcon should take this turtle right here, and that's where you see the Rafaela start to pop up, try to show up. Just in case if TNZ overheats a little bit, you have the bonus movement speed and Q to run back.
The way Falcon are playing, right, they actually are winning out in these prolonged trades that should be in favor of Incendio Supremacy based on how much damage output they have. But guess what? That's Brody. That's a burst marksman. You're mainly looking for burst, not DPS. So Xyp9x can actually be the one to win out in these sustainable battles, dealing out more damage in a long time instead of Sunshine, who just wants to go for that crazy burst. And with the items here, you can already see that's going to be very, very tough for the Brody to compete in the damage department against the Beatrix, who's already building towards the Hunter Strike. Ling as well. Remember, he went for Windtalker Berserker's Fury, so there's more DPS than burst.
And you gotta be worried about Incendio, because this game skills later into the game. Falcon, they have a hyper carry lane, they have a hyper carry Beatrix. This is only getting scarier as the hyper carry really gets her item, really get a power spike. One Divine Judgment might just decide the entire game. Speaking of in the middle lane, might look a little suspicious here. Naomi coming in to flicker. Oh, and the TNZ will be targeted, beaten up, taken down, and into the rough way to the back line. Killing spree goes up Ken, and the Falcon secure the entirety of the fight. They take it.
They secured the entirety of the fight. Alien left a little bit awkward at the bottom side. It's a 5v4 in the mid lane. The best part is you see how Naomi timed the ultimate, making sure that TNZ uses the CC immunity first and then strikes back.
It's like it came off a dream, dude. Oh my god. As a Kadita player, there's nothing you want more in the world than to get a 3-man knockup, bursting them down and setting up for your team. Falcon have been utilizing their weapons so well here, rotating, being active across the map, and Justin again.
One more time, Justin finding the wombo combo on Alien, who beautifully does scale to the dodge. Now Justin in trouble. The railroad manipulation will find him dead in the black and white screen. Incendio fights back, but yet this is still an uphill battle for Incendio, as now Falcon's looking at a really comfortable spot. Speaking of that, Naomi might find himself between a rock and a hard place here, taking a lot of damage. He will be absolutely obliterated. A beautiful combo from Incendio. They fight back, and they're now making the move to the Lord.
Respect is the name of the game. Falcon, initially 2K gold lead down to 1,000. Why? Because they got too comfortable. They started disrespecting Incendio a bit too much, overextending into the enemy territory. And now you're seeing a little bit of the same. Falcon needs to understand that their lead right now and their heroes will actually fall off later on, right? Incendio will have a lot of resources to actually negate a lot of the CC coming in. So Falcon needs to stay disciplined, needs to just go, and they are exactly doing that, committing onto the Lord.
Committing onto Lord, Ken will definitely take that away. I think that's another factor from the side that's working very well for Incendio is TNZ is actually starting to snowball. If you notice that previous catch from the side of Justin on top of Alien earlier just now, using that timing that second skill to that T is simply beautiful, Merkel.
It is very, very beautiful. Ooh. And now we're going to take a look at the items again. Ken has actually completed the Endless Battle too, so at this point, we said it earlier on, the amount of damage he was doing in these team fights is more DPS. Now with the Endless Battle, the Berserker's Fury working on, whoa, he's actually going for a BOD here, not penetration, no Malefic Roar, no DHS. He wants to deal more damage on towards the back line, and as you can see, from Rosa, there's no physical defense just yet. He's gonna be melted down if Zipix and Ken can go for it.
Or Justin. Speaking of that, here comes Divine Judgment, getting Apex 47 onto the back line. He's able to use the flicker to get himself the way to safety though, but not so fast for Alien, who will be taken out of this planet, taken out of the land of Dawn, as now Falcon knocking the front door of the side of Incendio. They have one more wave come towards the middle. Here it comes, Yellow Flash, putting those fake damage into the front line, trying to zone everybody away, but beautiful real-world manipulation will make sure the entire Falcon backs away from the high ground towers.
That was a very beautiful defense coming off from Incendio. Not only just the fact that they identified the minions is the main problem, even though they're down on one member. Props to Incendio for doing such a wonderful defense.
They've snowballed so much, FALCON Esports. Incendio Supremacy, again, yes, it was a good defense, but looking at the composition again, the only person who can really take it to the later stage of the game is that Yves. Uh-oh, Justin. Okay.
Might be spotted here, and sure enough, Rosa with a skill one beautifully spotted Justin into that bush. And this is a hyper awareness. We're talking about Spider-Man level 6th sense right here, spotting someone into the bush, and that saved Rosa from potential death.
Item check again. Beatrix Zipix already completing that Malefic Roar, heading on to either Wind of Nature or a DHS at this point. But honestly, from the amount of damage Incendio have been putting up in these team fights, I would much rather see a DHS for the Beatrix. Just deal more damage out. The best offense for me is, well, the best defense for me is offense. So I think he might just be going for that. But on the other side, the Glue, man, he is so tanky. There's no way, there's actually no way for any of the Incendio members to burst him down at this point, right? He has so much physical defense with the Anticuras and the Brute Force Breastplate, a lot of movement speed, and he also has Radiant Armor, so the Yves not really going to be able to shred him down.
Yeah, and not only just that, right? Take a look at the Lord advantage, right? It's a lot of turrets being taken down. If you notice, it's like 1/4 HP of each turret split all the way out. We're going to a sort of a lull. You mentioned, Merkel, Falcon needs to show some respect over to Incendio. Even though they've got this 8.5k gold lead, they're doing it right now. The Lord will be spawned.
That's probably one of the highest Lord advantage that you can get in Time 4, right? Close to 4,000 gold gained by the singular Lord, and that was the entry-level Lord. And here it comes, the enhanced Lord after 12 minutes. And it seemed like Falcon is getting it completely uncontested. This is Incendio holding on to dear life, just protecting the base and hoping to drag until everybody hits their power spike. But can they do that, though, in this game?
It's just the fundamentals, right? The reason Falcon was able to take that Lord for free is the wave control that they're actually putting down. Slow pushing the mid lane and even that bottom lane, forcing Incendio to actually step out of the base a little bit, and they're not going to do that. It's not safe at all. If he does step out of that base, there's slow money pick potential coming in from Falcon, and they're already zoning right now.
Yellow Flash already flashing into the enemy base, the only everybody away from the high ground tower. As the first high ground tower will fall, Ken will style onto the top high ground tower as this tower will be shredded to pieces, almost taken down, but still standing still, holding up dear life, and that is bottom lane Lord charging into the base as there were no towers standing after this one last swing. The entire side of base for Incendio is shattered around. Ling comes in, finding the damage. Divine Justice will find kill number 1. Ling's going in. This guy's unstoppable. Falcon,
Just it.
they're looking to find the entire base. A beautiful dive, a beautiful rough way will find a kill of Sunshine to the back line. And now, there's nothing Alien can do, as Land of Dawn has been claimed by Falcon. Ladies and gentlemen, as BJ hit the base, Falcon will take game 1.
GG well played over the side of Falcon. They know the Blacklist strategy, they know the Ube strategy, they know the Turkish Delight strategy, they committed that to the memory, and they've managed to break that code.
14,000 gold lead at the end of it all, and this is just the Burmese playstyle we were talking about, prioritizing kills and then seeing what's on the board. They've been getting kills, they've been able to force a lot of these fights, and guess what? Incendio, they were just not ready for that.